Hey guys, it's Mitch here. Welcome back to my channel. Just wanted to post a quick update video because my Pleione maculatas are now in bloom. My last video, they were just some buds forming, and yeah, it's a few weeks later now, beginning of November, and they are in full flower. Actually got quite a few more flowers than I was anticipating, so that's a nice surprise. If you watched my last video, you'll know that I was growing these exclusively under my grow lights for a few years. I wasn't sure how they would do outside. So my new thing last year was that I just grew them away from my lights on a nice sunny, cool windowsill over the winter. And then I put them outside for the summer months when it got warm, from about May until October. And they seem to do quite well, so I think that's my new way of growing them. Yeah, they look really, really nice. So what happens with these, like you see these bumpy little growth sheaths come out, and then the flowers come out of there. You can see another little flower bud in there that's forming. And then once the flowers fall off, the leaves will start to come out of that little grow sheath, and they will slowly grow over the winter and get nice and big. I did do a video last winter of winter care for my Pleione orchids, and these ones were featured in that video. So if you want to check it out, I will post that video down below. This is pretty cool. Like this, I showed you in my last video too, that some of my Pleione maculata bulbs form these little bulbs on top of the bulbs. And this one was so big it actually fell over, but even it has a nice little flower bud, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, they're quite pretty. This one has a nice, very deep colored lip. I wonder if it'll stay like that, because that's very unique and cool. But anyway, they bloom this time of year for about 3 to 4 weeks, and I just put them on a nice sunny, cool windowsill and just let them do their thing. Like I said, I water every 2 to 3 weeks at this point, and in the winter it can go every 3 to 4 weeks, depending on how sunny and warm it gets in the windowsills. My Pleione praecox are all still blooming. So these have been blooming now off and on for 2 months. So I'm really enjoying my fall Pleiones this year. I got a whole bunch of these bulbs a few years ago, and this is the first year where they've all come into flower finally, so well worth the wait. Like some of them have no yellow in the lip and lots of different color varieties. I really love them. And then this pot here, this is more not a fall blooming Pleione, but it's a winter blooming one because it tends to bloom around December time. It's called Pleione Wharfdale Pine Warbler. And you can see here that the bud is just starting to extend. And this one I grow a little bit differently than the fall blooming Pleiones and the spring blooming ones, because what I do with this one is that now that I see the buds are forming, it's been outside, I bring it inside, I keep it on my cool windowsill, I let it bloom. It's going to take about 4 to 5 weeks for those buds to come out and bloom. I let it bloom, and then around January I just put it back outside with all my spring blooming ones and let it overwinter outside. So that's that one. This is another one. This is my Pleione. It's not Pleione. This one is, what is this one called? Bartzena. This is my Pleione Bartzena, and you can see it's just starting to lose its leaves, but it's kind of a wintry blooming one too. So I treat it the same way. I'm waiting for the flower buds to emerge, and once it flowers, I will put it outside for the rest of the winter. Anyway, there's so many different kinds of Pleiones. They really are one of my favorite orchids. I do love growing them, and there's so many different kinds of them, so I'm always keeping my eyes open to get new ones. But anyway, if you guys have any questions or comments, please feel free to message me down below. I'll link some of my other Pleione maculata videos down below this video. And yeah, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.